Hello my dear friends, you're in the Military Summary channel. In this short video we're going to discuss the most important events that took place during the previous 12 hours. First we're going to talk about Sergei Shoigu, the Minister of Defense of Russian Federation. Today, on Monday of 26th of June, he published the video. To be precise, the Minister of Defense of Russian Federation published the video how the Minister Shoigu was inspecting the combat line somewhere on the territory of special military operation. Some sources are saying that this video was made in the vicinity of Belgrade. Other sources are saying that this video was made in Rostov-on-Don. Maybe this video is combination of few episodes of his living day on the 23rd of June. Anyway, the main purpose of that video is to show that the Minister of Russian Federation, Sergei Shoigu, is not going to leave his position. He's going to continue be the Minister of Defense, and a lot of military experts expected that he will be dismissed today on the first working day on Monday. But as we can see on Monday, we see a video. Of course, it doesn't mean anything. Probably this is the attempt to reduce the expectations or something like this, because there are still rumors and talk that he will be replaced. But anyway, that was his first step from his side. So let's wait and we're going to see. Now we're moving to Kherson area. Today we got final confirmation that Ukrainians managed to cross Dnipro River. The sources are saying that currently in the vicinity of Antonov Bridge and in this bank of Dnipro River there are around 50 soldiers of Ukrainians who currently try to develop their bridgehead, try to establish their positions. The Russians published their own video, let's call it the video of evacuation process. Currently on this video we see the Russian side, ex-Russian side of Antonov Bridge. On this video we're gonna see one armored vehicle or personal armored carrier, and this carrier is going to the bank of the river, right exactly to the edge of the river. The thing is that according to the legend there were some Russian soldiers who were blocked or probably encircled, who hadn't have any possibilities to evacuate. There are a small platoon of forces in the buildings, in the ruins, in the corner, in the left corner, and this armored vehicle were trying to attack to suppress the Ukrainians who were located in the vicinity under the Antonov Bridge, also probably in the buildings along the bank of the river. At some point this armored vehicle has turned, as you can see. This armored vehicle is trying to turn to the left to the armored vehicles, and then we see how the evacuation process. A platoon of Russian forces were trying to evacuate. Currently, as I understand, there are no more Russians on this side and this area. For now, we have this red cloud in these fields, but I expect that during the next days we will update this map. And basically the Russian positions will be along the river Konka, this one. And all these fields, they will be forced to leave because it's very difficult to have any fortifications. There are still a lot of water, and it's going to take a lot of time before the Russians will be able to start restoring their positions, if they are going to do this ever. Anyway, the Ukrainians will start moving more and more infantry. The question is whether they are going to redeploy some armored vehicles, heavy armored vehicles on this direction. If they're going to develop or try to attack, of course they will do this, but for now there are just 50 soldiers on this bank of the river. Now we're moving further. We are going to the Orechov front line. During the previous night, the Ukrainians made a lot of attempts to attack the Russians' positions. They were attacking. The sources are saying that as a result of those attacks, the Ukrainians managed to even enter or get even closer to Rabotina. The Russians sent reserves. There was a very fierce battles, and the Russians are saying that they're saying that probably they were a little bit lost that battle, they were forced to step back. But anyway, the Ukrainians spent a lot of time for the battle of these outskirts, and they also analyzed everything, calculated, and understood that for them it is much more better to retreat than to step back, because they didn't have much time to create normal positions right in front of Rabotina, so that's why they took a decision to step back. And the Russians probably restored control, but the next 24 hours we expect more attempts from the Ukrainian side to repeat their attack in this direction. When talking about the area between Takmachka and Verbova, we haven't received any updates from this territory, so let's move further. Interesting updates are coming from Artemiev tactical Bridgehead. Yes, I believe you saw the video in the vicinity of Makarovka when the Russians sent their tank somewhere in the settlement, and around in these streets there was like Ukrainian soldiers, Ukrainian personal armored carriers, and the tank entered the village, and it was, as I understand, unexpected for the Ukrainians because they didn't expect the Russian tank to appear right on the edge of the settlement. As you can see from this video, tank entered the south of the settlement, attacked and destroyed at least one personal armored carrier, and probably when he turned around, before he started retreating, he make a final strike, or maybe he destroyed the second personal armored carrier. Anyway, it's like epic video, and it's like just as a result of one fail and not good work of Ukrainian intelligence, they lost at least a small platoon of Ukrainian forces in this settlement. We discussed the settlement in times, and now you understand that basically it's this settlement is under Ukrainian control, but basically they control the Valley of Death, the valley of village where they can be destroyed and attacked by the Russians easily from many sides. Now we're moving further, and we are going to Artemiev. The Ukrainians during the previous night made a lot of attempts to attack the Russian positions. The main attacks took place in the vicinity of Solidar. The Russians reported the Ukrainians were attacking from Razdolovka. The Ukrainians were attacking from the line between Zaliznyanskaya and Vasikovka, and the Ukrainians were trying to restore or to turn their positions from Vysyola in direction of Yakovlevka. All those attacks were repelled, but the Russians are saying that that was a very difficult night. And as you can see, during the previous probably 2 weeks, this is the third or fourth attempt of the Ukrainians to attack exactly in this direction. So the Ukrainians will continue attacking, will continue trying to restore control over Solidar, over these trenches, and they need also to create a small bridgehead where will be able to accumulate forces between Vasikovka, Nikolaevka, Razdolovka, Vysyola. They need to collect a tank fist, and then they need to continue attacking to the south in direction of Solidar. The interesting updates are coming from Kremenaya forest. The Russians continue advancing. For now, we don't have any video confirmation or photo confirmation geolocated positions in Kremenaya, but the Russians are saying that they continue advancing, and they managed to capture more positions. One more time, the Russian confirmed that they managed to destroy completely 42nd Mechanized Brigade, and that they will be replaced with the forces of 95th Air Assault Brigade. Also, for now, no more changes on the ground. And that's it for the short video. Military Summary channel reminds to condemn any violence in the world. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, put your likes, join my Patreon, and have a good day. Bye bye.